Because when you see him, the first thing you say is like, "Hello, handsome."
We had to put Rusty down today. My parents took him to the vet because the last few days he hasn't been eating and he's been vomiting and he will hardly move. So my mom and dad took him to the vet, and he's 13 years old, so the vet assumed he had some sort of stomach cancer, but if by taking an x-ray you can't see that unless it's a massive tumor. The vet decided to run some preliminary labs just to see on the off chance if it was something like diabetes. But after that, we were going to just assume it was some kind of cancer. But the labs did come back. He did not have diabetes, but his liver enzymes were so high that the vet's lab couldn't even read it. And the lab goes up to 1,500. He's lost 20-something pounds, and the vet said he was in a lot of pain and that it was best we put him down. So we've all been kind of upset. Everyone's been worried about me because when I get upset, I tend to go into a huge flare. A couple years ago, my cat had died unexpectedly. This was more expected than anything, but it was so unexpected, and that cat was my pride and joy. And I ended up in the hospital for over a month. But it's always sad having to put a pet down. They become part of the family. But at least he's not suffering. My dad had asked if we could kind of take him home for the weekend and postpone putting him down, but the vet didn't advise that. I wasn't there, it was just my parents. I stayed home, but it's sad. He did live a good life, though. And he was able to see snow one last time. He's originally from Iowa, so he loves cold weather. And we were hoping, since he is an older dog, that he would make it through this past winter, and he did. I mean, you could see the signs leading up where he'd vomit every morning, but he was still playing and eating and that sort of thing. But just this past week, he stopped doing that. So my mom kind of knew. I got to remove my Freestyle Libre last night because the adhesive was not sticking. I mean, it was still hanging on, but I was just tired of dealing with it, kind of like flapping and dangling there. But that is where it was. The center is where the needle thingy was. And there was a bruise because I was trying to get the adhesive off, and I think I was rubbing my skin harder than it wants since it's sensitive. It is a group effort to go to the cardiologist today. See, like, who are you doing that for?
I thought I was in it for you.
Oh, quit being weird.
Whatever.
What are you doing now?
I'm hiding now.
Hey, hon.
Sounds like he's driving a helicopter.
Y'all hope everything goes well. Just let me know. Love you, bye.
Okay, it sounds like you're driving a helicopter.
Okay, yeah, so it's a group effort to go to the cardiologist this morning. They're going to check out stuff from that mutation that we found. And I will link that video in the corner. Or will it be that corner? Which corner?
Just leave it in the descriptions.
No, but you put the little, like, it's a circle majiggy.
That'll probably just be in the description.
But one of those genes they found from my exome sequencing causes a lot of cardiac arrhythmias and sudden cardiac death, and so I have to get into cardiology. Okie dokie. ASAP. My cardiologist is great with the POTS aspect, but I think this is getting a little too complex now that I have some rare mutation that we just found out about, and I'm assuming genetics said that I needed electrophysiology more so than regular cardiology. So I'm expecting to have a referral to go to a larger medical institution. Someone who is interested in these very rare cases. Perhaps I'll be surprised and he'll know. But I've even showed him the records of the ischemic myocardial dysfunction, and he kind of just looks at it and smiles and then carries on. But I guess the purpose of this appointment is to facilitate another appointment. I'm not sure if he'll choose to do any additional tests or if he'll just wait till we are seeing somebody else, or maybe he'll know about some of the medications. But I still think that even if he knew about some of the medications, I'd rather consult someone who truly can grasp this mutation first. And I've been up all night in the bathroom, so I've like managed to pull myself together, but I've only had 4 or 5 hours of sleep. So, and later I have to do a dressing change, and I keep reacting to my dressing changes.
Did puppies, but I can't do that either.
She doesn't want to get a puppy.
No.
And Sylvina and I want a pug.
No. I promise you. No.
I gotta get done with nursing school first.
Named Frank.
And hopefully wed this one.
But until then, Frank is a Build-A-Bear Workshop pug.
Mm-hmm. He's the fill-in.
That we got when I was, 16?
Shane,
You were 17.
Don't even listen
I
to
want
her.
a small dog. I want an animal that loves me.
I love you, babe.
Weasley doesn't love you?
He's not like Angel. He doesn't follow me everywhere.
He was following you out the door to go to today's appointment.
But
He was because everyone was going out the door. He wanted to see everyone today.
he was chilling with Selena this morning. They were having some bonding. He doesn't like Weasley.
I like Weasley.
Oh, they're coming.
He's jealous of
Come on.
Weasley. So as I was saying, Selena's jealous of Weasley.
I'm not. Okay, I am a little bit. Because when you see him, the first thing you say is like, "Hello, handsome."
That's like my nickname.
The first thing I get is, "Hey." That's all I get.
Well, hello, handsome.
It's too late now. I don't know. It doesn't mean anything. No, you just said it because I want you to say it.
That's like my nickname for him.
These handles when I get back to your house. They're like really loose. The thing opens this way.
Got out of the cardiologist. And it was exactly like I said. He's wanting to pawn me off.
Guy.
Don't run over this man.
I can see. And I passed my driver's test.
So, yeah. So he's pawning me off on electrophysiology. He seems like he wants me on a beta blocker. I was on a beta blocker years ago on a Tenolol.
I think that's what my grandpa's on right now.
And it helped a lot. But I started reacting to it when my mast cell got bad. And I was only on a very, very low dose. Out of a 25 milligram tablet, I took 6.25 milligrams because that's all it took to work for me. So it had my resting pulse like in the 70s when I was standing. It wasn't all that bad either. So it was wonderful, and it really was a game changer. It dropped my blood pressure a little bit at first, but my body adjusted to that, and then it was fine. But then when my mast cell got bad, of course, I was putting it through my tube in my stomach because the pharmacist would not let me put it into my J. That was like her weird thing. None of my meds other than Benadryl could go through my J. So
You know where you're at now, right?
I was reacting to it in my stomach, but I reacted to everything in my stomach, and we were never able to try it in my J, so I had to stop taking it. So I think we might entertain adding that on through the J, but the cardiologist wanted to call my IV infusion company to see about an IV beta blocker on what's available preservative free, but the IV beta blockers are pretty intense. Honestly, I don't know if I'd even feel comfortable with doing one unless it's an emergent situation. All it takes is a super small dose to make me bradycardic. So an IV, I mean, you saw how my pulse was going in the 30s when I was on steroids and my beta blocker in the hospital before, because steroids lower my pulse a lot.
And if Cheyenne needed that small of a dose going through her G, like going through her gut,
imagine
she's gonna need even a smaller dose than that.
Then we'll do.
Like, I'm very uncomfortable with IV, honestly.
Yeah, because when you go into the gut, you actually have a first pass effect. Because you have to.
I mean, they had to have a nurse sit in the room with me all night long, turning off the alarm because my pulse was in the 30s.
Yeah. So if she was on like 0.6, she's probably gonna need like 0.2.
No, she was on 6.25, so she would
So
need
she probably need like a
3.12.
2.
Yeah.
3.5 or a 2 if you're gonna do IV.
Yeah, he just like kind of blows me off, and like, I don't know
he
if
was
it's a big
singing a
deal,
different tune today.
But he completely changed his entire demeanor. But he didn't kind of.
Well, you kind of have to understand that he didn't have anything to go by other than just.
He
mast
can't
cell.
argue with genes.
But now he actually has a gene that he has to work with. So.
Yeah, now all of a sudden my VT, which was not a big deal for the cardiologist, is now a big deal. But with everyone, with Dr. Kim, my GI doctor, it was a big deal.
I'm just happy he went back and looked at your past Holter and not make you do another.
With the hospitalist not letting me out of the hospital before because of it, but
did you want to go to Cato's? Speak now, forever hold your peace.
I just need a 4th of July outfit.
Do you want to go or not?
Why not?
Yes.
Sure. Let's do it before I crash.
Remember, you have a dressing changed.
We're about to go into Cato.
She's decided she's going to live a little.
The last time I went to a store was in December.
Yeah, and you vowed it made you sicker, and you've never been back because you've never came back to that plateau again.
You told me that was a coinky dink.
Yeah, it is. So now today you're going to go in here.
I've been in Cato before, and it was relatively safe.
Right,
I'm just looking for a 4th of July outfit.
How many people going in?
We're leaving.
It smells like food out here.
That's the longest I made it in a store in a long time.
Yeah.
Normally I start like wanting to sing like just 5 minutes in.